Hey Al, Matt Hepworth here with Studio New and UAD Forums. Today we're going to go over the differences between the Silverface FireWire Apollo that does not have Unison capability on its high-Z instrument input versus the other Apollos that do have the high-Z Unison features. And we're going to do some sound comparisons. So getting started, I have two different setups here. I'm using a remote session into Windows over here on the right side. And I've got an Apollo Twin, which does have the Unison capability on the high-Z inputs. Over on the left side, I'm running my Mac, and I have a Silverface Apollo, which does not have Unison on its high-Z inputs. But we're going to start off with exact settings on both units, Fender amp in there. I'm going to turn off those. So we're just going to make sure our levels are set. So over here on the left side, level is identical to over here on the right side. So now I'm just going to enable Unison on both. Going to play a little bit. Okay, so I have the Pro Tools session pulled up here, and we have the Twin Unison, which actually features true Unison technology at the hardware level on the high-Z input. Then we have the Silverface Unison, which actually means it's the regular Silverface high-Z input with the plugin in the Unison slot. Let's just give these a listen. I have exclusive solo on, so we're only hearing whichever track happens to have the yellow highlight. There's definitely a difference. Let's come in a little tighter here and see if we can just kind of toggle back and forth a few times and see what we can figure out. So they're not dissimilar, but there's definitely a difference there. Now let's see if we can invert polarity on one of these and get something maybe as close to inverted as possible. So I'm not going to solo either, so we can hear both and see how much cancellation we can get. And the most cancellation is right at 0, which means our level match is perfect. But there's definitely a difference in the two. So yeah, definitely a difference. Personally, I honestly do like the Unison better. Sounds a little more direct when you're using the Silverface, and that's probably just because of that higher impedance over 2 mega ohms. Now we're checking out the little dirtier tracks, and let's see if that difference is any more pronounced. Let's see what we're dealing with between the two. Quite a bit of difference, actually. Okay, so we'll go back to solo. Let me get rid of that trim plugin. And now the Silverface. So I'm going to grab just this section right here. I'm going to toggle between them. Yeah, so the Silverface definitely brighter, a little more upfront, a little more, I hate to say in your face, but it sounds a little more in your face. So definitely a difference. My preference is with the true Unison on that. Obviously, there's a lot more to go into. This was a lot bigger project than I anticipated. So I still have dirty guitar, bass, and insert versus Unison slot to go into. So stay tuned for a part 2. And thanks for watching. Matt Hepworth. See you next time.